planning a mission.
We are going to unmask the court.
The owls are in the house.
50 court members and their security equals you guys dead.
Isn't it nice when the good guy wins?
Today's historic court appearance.
Plus, another bombshell rocks City Hall. LA City Councilman Curran Price steps down from his leadership role hours after being charged with embezzlement, perjury, and conflict of interest.
And only on 5, fists fly in the middle of a Granada Hills neighborhood as 2 drivers brawl in the street. The road rage caught on camera, now on the news at 10. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. In an historic first, former President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty today in a Miami federal court to all 37 charges against him in the classified documents case.
Tonight in New Jersey, Trump wasted no time speaking to a crowd of supporters, slamming what he called an abuse of power, maintaining the documents were his and that he did nothing wrong. The former president did not speak in court. He let his attorney enter the not guilty pleas on his behalf. Eyewitness accounts from inside the courtroom indicate Trump appeared subdued during the proceedings, hunched over with his arms crossed.
No date for the trial has been
breaking federal laws and impeached former president, now charged with breaking federal laws and vowing to continue his run to retake the White House, even if convicted.
Defiant and combative, former President Trump tonight condemning the federal charges against him from his New Jersey golf resort.
Today we witnessed the most evil and heinous abuse of power in the history of our country.
Hours earlier, Mr. Trump pleading not guilty in a Miami federal court to 37 felony charges that he endangered U.S. national security by taking classified documents after he left office, concealed them at his Florida Mar-a-Lago estate, and obstructed justice by trying to block federal investigators from retrieving them. With crowds of Trump supporters and protesters outside and under heavy security, the former president's motorcade entered the courthouse underground. U.S. Marshals then booked and fingerprinted Mr. Trump. However, no mugshot was taken. Inside the courtroom, no cameras or recording equipment allowed. Mr. Trump was quiet, at times slumped with his arms crossed and speaking only through his attorneys. Also in the courtroom, Trump aide Walt Nauta, who was also charged in the indictment but was not arraigned today. Mr. Trump then signed conditions of his release, which say he can have no direct contact with witnesses in the case, including Nauta, only through attorneys and the legal process.
Food for everyone. Food for everyone.
Before leaving Miami, Mr. Trump stopping at a Cuban restaurant where he was met by supporters, reiterating his claims that he's the target of political persecution before doubling down and slamming the special counsel at his New Jersey club.
I've named him Deranged Jack Smith.
KTLA legal analyst Allison Treasel says the charges against the former president are serious and the evidence is compelling, meaning Mr. Trump's attorneys could have an uphill battle defending the case.
We can expect to see a flurry of defense motions. We are going to watch the defense attack this prosecution on vindictive prosecution grounds, selective prosecution grounds, venue, that he had a right to do this because these as the former president, he could declassify them. All of these in addition to a central argument that I believe they're going to make, that all of those communications between his lawyer that are really forming the basis of his indictment, that those were protected, confidential communications, and frankly, anything that was the fruit of those conversations has to be thrown out.
As for what's next, Special Counsel Jack Smith says he wants a speedy trial, but it's unclear if that will happen. Legal experts say the former president could raise a number of legal hurdles that could delay